Welcome to another video and episode on my walking robot Mirft2. Based on the fischertechnik TXT controller running embedded Linux, connecting by Wi-Fi and programmed in online mode using SSH secure shell with Python. The robot is equipped with 6 legs and at front 2 touch sensors and USB camera, and that is what this experiment is at this moment mostly about. Using OpenCV, Open Computer Vision, free software, to detect, in my case, the color red. And that has been going on with changing success, and currently there is well, last time it was not successful at all. So I have tried several tools like Darktable, GIMP, and an open source tool from which I took the source code from internet, had to adapt and then managed to compile. HSV color tools to convert RGB to HSV. So RGB red, green, blue, but OpenCV uses and Octave uses BGR, which leads to confusion, and HSV is hue, saturation and value, and those are different color spaces. So I want to recognize the color in order to, whenever it's going to walk, can set its trajectory towards the color red. Currently it is both on an elevation, as you can see. This is an elevation and the robot is on an elevation because it doesn't run that much. The problem is that the robot currently is too heavy for the 2 motors, so I'm also redesigning it, and redesigning I do with open source tool Blender3D. And last time I found that using the colors, making me realize, that I made mistakes using the redesign in adding 2 motors. So ending up with 2 motors for each side, which should be stronger. Anyway, I still have to power up, so let's do that. And as you can see on this cable, it's currently on an AC adapter. While the battery is possible, but well, when it doesn't move, there's no need for a battery. So booting and then finding out if things go right. And let me show you, always nicer than just talking. So this, carefully turn around. So this is the community interface. I hope you can see it. And in order to make contact and make a video or make images, because it's with images, I have to go to the standard firmware interface, that is standard firmware interface. In the community interface, in this version of the robot, in this version, I can't make images. So with this I have to log in, and I do that via SSH, and now I can confirm the connection. and I'm in. Other side as well. So alright, so now it is time to put the robot back in place and go towards the software. And this series of videos, the episodes tend to get a bit longer than half an hour because there's so much to do and investigate. So right now I have source code ready. Here I open the images that I take with this camera, and then I also have the color tool, like I said, compiled from the internet. I have Blender3D, which is due to the second part of the video. RoboPro to test everything. RoboPro is the original graphical programming language used for fischertechnik, and right now it works nicely. That is, it should run nicely, but for some reason the motors don't work. This one does. You can see this clearly. So this one doesn't at all. Neither does this one. So I better investigate, although let me see whatever might be wrong. Well, this is the motor, output and input, and I see nothing wrong with this. If there's anything wrong on the other side, and yep, there's a connector off. I have to fix that connector. That explains a lot, and I hope I can do it without any issue. And that should be here. Very good. If something is wrong with the motor or something, mostly a wiring issue. So let's test again. Oh yes, most definitely. Alright. And this is the whole reason that I still use RoboPro for the interface test. Then, while at it, one sensor, yes, the other sensor. Am I seeing that? This I see, this I do not see, and this one I see. Okay, I have something else to check as well, and I better go straight at it, and that is yep, there's a wire out. So let me fix that and go on then. So with the wire fixed and proven to be working, yes, definitely, I can close this. Counters have also been updated. So close this one. Then I have to set the date, because right now it is set to 2000 because the setup battery has been depleted and is depleted quickly by this controller. So and I want the files to have the appropriate date. No, it's a point, and today is 27 and it's 18. and that's correct. So this is current date and time. Alright, so now we finally, sorry for the long introduction, but I was told that if you watch this for the first time you have no clue what you're watching at. So introduction is necessary. Then finally I need to run the software, and that is this. And it takes a bit of time because of the camera. And that is the sound. And so I have to, I'm using Image Magic. No, not Image, yeah, the tool is called Image Magic, but the part tool is Display, which is part of Image Magic. And that is TXT image, which is of today, which is correct. And okay, so that is one thing. Slightly out of focus, but it is not about how sharp the objects are, it is how the colors are. And I realize I made a little mistake. I have to use the ampersand for background. That is better. Now important one, result, which is containing the HSV values, and those are bad. Those are very bad. So with this I once again go here. This is the part where I separate the values. And here things definitely go wrong. So here come this one and dark table. So first image, I have to use this one, open, and it is a pretty bad one. A really bad one actually. And I can't do much with this, much less than last time actually. So how can I fix this? Now I can't even use this one. Okay. Run another one. Hopefully the resulting image is better. I hardly doubt, or I don't even want to speculate. Alright. So this will be 21. Okay. Slightly better, but only slightly. How to go on with this? Now the strange thing is that I have changed this upper red for this upper red which is, if you've watched the previous episodes, the original value 525, no, 255 and 255 instead of this one, where 5 is red and the rest, well, you name it. And this is only slightly better. And if you've watched a couple of episodes ago, then you know that this value, in combination with this one, delivered a very nice result. So what is the difference anyway? And I really can't tell. it is not distance, because I've done that. So for whatever the reason is, I have no clue right now. I do want to know. Okay, let's go probe again. And therefore I use Darktable with, no, that's no use. So I need to pick okay. No, I don't want to take a snapshot, I want an image. Here, image. And I want, I don't care, this one. And here comes then color picker. So this is in RGB. And I'm taking just any color, very dark. And so this is very light, and this is 150/2148. Right, this is quite hard to do. I tried to do it last time as well. Proved not to be easy. So this is 150. And then going back in green to 21. Which is here. And 48. But, well, this is 47 now. 46. So I guess this will have to do. Then this is 174 to 20 and 180. So if you look at here, we can barely see it. Looking at these values, okay, let's just use it. And say this one is 170, but 5 is red, and let's go back to this tool. So it says this is HSV for red. Well, I can hardly believe it, since UE would be 5 for red. But let's try. So this would become 174. This one 220. No. And this one 150, which is almost. So let's test this. result for 33. Go. See? You can see yellow here, and this is much more yellowish now, because you see a lot of yellow in it. And here, much yellow. So, although the picture is better, it doesn't suit my needs, because I want to separate on red. That is clearly not happening. So, how is this? No, not this one. This one. Yeah, I need this one too. So, when I probe this color with these values, RGB, and this is RGB, when I probe the same thing with the same values, how do I get yellow, which is quite here? This would be 5 and this would be 174 then. Yeah, it is, from this side it is quite close. And I experienced that earlier as well. But it still does not make any sense to me. How to go on with this? Because these three are no good. And this is no much better since there's the wrong color in it. And although not very much time left, I will go on with Blender using this one, obviously. But what it is about is a more realistic attempt for modeling. So the point is, as I said, I need to add 2 motors. And the mistake I made, or found out I made a while ago, is that I put these, which have to be inside the frame, were outside the frame. Same thing here, of course. And I only noticed that when I started to add color. And then all of this doesn't match up. And when I look, I have to put a bit here. So this part is the same as here in front. How many blocks are there? And that is counting 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number of blocks in there matches. Just the length doesn't make sense. And this one is longer than this one. So moving up. Oops. Nope. Scale. Is this actually equally as long? More or less. How about this one? This needs some length. Yeah. And then it turns out that they are too long in comparison to this one. So it is a bit hard to do. Yeah, that seems the better length. So if I remove this one and no, duplicate, that once again gives a problem. There are 4 but not the correct length. And this one is up here, which consists of 3 blocks, if I'm correct. Yeah, those are 3 blocks connected to one other. Yep. So same length but different setup, so this has to be 3. And duplicate here and duplicate and that is total miss. So this is slightly better now. Still need to color the wheels or the gears anyway. So let's do that. Although there's still some left here as well. And why is this red? It should not be red. The inner part is red, but the outer part is not. So, nope. And this gives things a bit color and lightness to everything that's around there. And all these grey blocks are also black. So does this really define what it is? Well, I might be surprised by this stuff. But so far it looks a bit, well, not better actually, because it has to be like this. This is the real likeness. And let's save again. And how many blocks do I have left? Well, too many, because now this is one block and I have suspicion that this is not correct either. So let's have a little look for the last part. So only the motor holding frame consists of those parts, and the rest is one big thing. With, yeah, and the big question is, what is the motor holding part? That is this one, although I have drawn it now right here, so that is different as well. And here I have made something else, because here it goes through the block through the block. No. So this should be something like this. And then duplicate right here. And here another block should be. But I have to determine which one. And I think I'll better leave it at that. But it's taking shape finally. Which brings me to a wrap of this episode. Still not figured out what the correct HSV values are to get a nice normal picture. Fixing wiring, and for that I can only use Robot Pro to test on specific targets. Then Darktable and HSV color tool giving me yellow instead of pure red. While I probe red, it still doesn't make out. And then a Blender, well, providing me with some more insight. Coloring gives insight, and I'm still not done. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion, much appreciated. You can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter. Please donate to for showing your appreciation. Donating can via PayPal and Wired, which is banking. And you can also show your support by becoming a patron and have your name mentioned. More info below this video and on my website, and my website is also under the video. Thanks for watching, Have a nice day and bye bye.